Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching the Midnight. I have stumbled every single time because I want to say Midnight Mass.
Oh.
This is So I'm Watching the Midnight Club, Season 1, Episode 3.
The Wicked Heart.
We need to talk about Kevin.
We do need to talk about Kevin.
Well, he layered it. He gave us some
things.
I didn't fully understand. So diving into his story, these are double episodes as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because there's like the plot and then there's their stories. So diving into his story, what did he call it? The Wicked Heart?
That's the name of the episode.
That's what he called it. So his mother was making him kill people?
That's what it seems like. It was like something about how she was like not well anymore and like she wasn't talking, and so whatever was doing that was like bringing these like demon voices. Kind of.
Yeah, there needs something. I didn't.
He said it was half baked.
Okay.
Yeah.
His story was he was a normal high school boy, average in every possible way, except for he was a serial killer by night. But it seems like he's doing it because
like at the behest of
or demons are compelling him to do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quiet them. So that confuses me as to why.
Well, it keeps the girls from, he can't hear them screaming.
Well, you would know because he talked about originally, like the newer ones scream really loud, but then they stop. Or they
but even the very most recent one he killed, he was trying to tell her he couldn't hear her. I don't know. It was half baked.
It was, yeah. I was also eating a chicken sandwich, so I was sort of like.
He also did admit that it was. So I mean, it was like spooky and kind of creepy, and
well, and again, it made us question him for a minute because
they're all like self-insert stories. So like it'd be
Riggs, something.
So it was him. He's so cute.
He really is. Also, I did not know that was Alanka.
Oh, yeah.
It was like half of me thought it was Laura Harrier for like a good 20 seconds.
Well, she looks a little like Laura Harrier anyway, but then you put that like almost exact Spider-Man wig on her.
And then you made a comment. I was like, oh, that just is her. That is how much the hair was throwing me off.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of great hair. I think that goes hand in hand with the terminal cancer.
Terminal cancer, yeah.
So he's killing girls, and then there's Dr. Stanton is a Clarice-esque detective who's like onto the case.
Yeah. And
it ended with Sheila begging him to help her figure out what happened to the girl. That's mostly
it's like a to be continued.
Yeah. We've neglected to mention there is an hourglass symbol.
Yeah.
We've noted it every single episode because Rachel very astutely even remembered it from the elevator.
Yeah.
Because we saw it in the woods. And I was like, we've seen that already. Mm-hmm. And it came into play both in his story. He burgled it from Alanka and put
because she's got the Julia Jane file and it's like on trees that she drew in art therapy. There's also numbers. Which I almost was like, is it a Dewey Decimal System thing?
Because I was like, I don't think
it's still the 90s.
Yeah, I don't think it's a date, and we don't think it's, or it's not longitude, latitude, coordinates, because they don't go that high.
Also, it's not enough numbers.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we don't know what it is, but they were sort of investigating it. Well, she told him about the interaction she had with the starving woman last night. And he was very logical about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the word crazy got like tossed out there. It's a sore subject.
Well, he said that sounds crazy. And she was like,
I'm not crazy.
Exactly. And it was like, no. But he was a little too quick to be like, well, it's obviously like our drugs doing like a number on us or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. These feel like really visceral hallucinations.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would imagine they would, but
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about him that I feel like we haven't.
Well, I'm with you. What you said on the previous one where you're like, someone's already dead. Like, for sure.
We did also forget to mention Tristan.
Yeah.
That she was Natsuki's roommate.
Yeah.
And they were reading each other, or Natsuki was reading her stories and was very invested in her recovery, which I don't know why.
I don't know. I feel like when you go to the downstairs room where no one else can come in, that's sort of the end of the road.
but there was a nice scene of her like nice in the gravity of
Yeah.
life, and it was like sad but interesting, and we got a cameo from Robert Longstreet as the janitor who
It's a little creepy. He was like an orderly.
I was staring in the reflection to make sure he was there.
It's a little creepy.
I was like,
a little creepy.
So yeah, Alanka and Kevin are on the search for Alanka is.
Yeah.
Kevin is unwittingly being dragged along. And they got into the elevator and it went down because they couldn't just press the button. The hourglass is the button, and it went down, and then you just pressed it again. That was the fail safe.
You had to press it with the basement button. Like she pressed them both at the same time.
And it took them to a labyrinth or a labyrinthine. There was like a map on the floor and the symbol.
Well, also we had like a flash in this episode of like the cult. Like she saw the cult, and so I assume this is where they did their
they saw her
rituals.
Back.
One of them did for sure, yeah.
Because that was something that I was curious. I was like, so is this a memory or is this ghosts? And when it interacted with her, I was like, ghosts?
Ghosts, I think.
It was Family Day.
Yeah.
I don't know how much any of that is important.
Kevin's mom is a goddamn piece of work.
His poor little brother.
Yuck.
And his poor girlfriend. Well, we went through a range of emotions.
I felt a lot about, because I thought sister at first too, until she started talking about the prom and they were holding hands, and then Alanka really stepped in it when she was like, "Oh, your sister,
so pretty. She looks just like you."
Yeah,
that's not what she said. I don't remember.
No, but I mean, it was implied that they looked related, and so then I was like, when her boyfriend Kevin dies of terminal cancer, that's going to become her entire personality.
Well, we were more positive on her at first. We were like, run, girl. We were like, you were dodging a bullet here.
You're dodging a bullet from that mom. Because also, like, once Kevin dies, that mom is going to make that her whole personality too.
That's
so
what
in
I said,
that
the
case,
poor brother.
Maybe they're two peas in a pod. But they
can just feed each other's.
The poor brother for sure, because
he just wants to dance.
He just wants to be in the school play, and she's like, Billy. He's doing track because you did track, and it's just like,
because their father didn't, but wanted to. It was weird.
Well, he turned their name into shit somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Natsuke's father has died, and so she wanted pictures of him, and Amesh's parents
mother have
been deported.
Yeah. Did they say both?
I think both.
He was talking about his mom.
Yeah.
So he was there with an aunt and an uncle, and it seemed like they shouldn't have been. Like they had been here for a long time. I mean,
they were seeking asylum.
Yeah. Was he born here?
You would imagine, or he would have been deported as well.
Yeah,
So they're trying to get them back in the country, and it's time sensitive, obviously, because he's terminal.
And Mark stepped in and took a picture of them.
Yeah.
A picture where someone might not be in that developed picture.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm very suspicious.
The only issue for me with like one of them being already dead is that like everyone is being interacted with. So
I still don't know what show Mark is on, because it's not
the
this
soaps. Cherie and her soaps.
It's not this show.
He was so
in a good way. I'm not criticizing.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a nice little reprieve.
Well, I think he like. That's the way with like a lot of nurses, especially that work on like pediatric wards and a lot of terminal pediatric wards.
What was the John Mulaney with Batman?
Oh, I don't remember.
The nurse.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
But basically it's like if they have to keep their spirits up in order to like not bring down the kids as well. So it's like, I don't know, I buy it from him. Plus Zach Gilford is just so cute. I love him so much.
And then it seems that Spencer's mother is also a piece of work. They threw down Sniffles and Church group.
She won't come to visit. Okay, here's the thing is I actually...
It's a thing. I mean,
No, but I appreciate that it's not his dad. Like, I appreciate that his dad showed up.
That's
because that's unusual for stories like this.
And I mean, it was like that. We were young, but we did live through it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I remember the lectures in like kindergarten and first grade when they were giving us the protocol. Like if someone got hurt, you weren't allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
You had to get a teacher. Like, there was all of this stuff. And so I definitely, there's a lot of judgment to how people reacted. Much of it earned judgment, but some of it, when you don't know, I have empathy for people being afraid of things that they don't understand.
Yeah.
And don't
Although
know.
this is 1994.
I was confused.
We're like well into it.
I was confused because the most we got is the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Was it the PlayStation that hadn't come out yet?
Yes. That's what Amesh was saying.
Because I was trying to place via the music, which that's not a fair game to play because they were playing
December 3rd, 1994.
Shit. I don't remember it being that early. I believe, yeah. Oh, I know. I knew every word he said. But they were playing Filter, Take a Picture, and that was 1999. I promise you it was not 1994. James King was the mermaid in that.
Yes,
video.
she is. That's right.
She was not.
I mean, some of the music isn't taking place in the show either. It's like for vibes.
Non-diegetic. Yeah. But which it's been some spectacular needle drops because they're all like really great 90s ones, and we've gotten a lot of really great 90s needle drops recently, and these aren't like, this again.
Yeah. It's not like that one fucking song that's in every single Vietnam movie. You know?
It's giving me Yellow Jackets.
Sure,
Yellow Jackets was really taking us for a spin.
Absolutely.
They said hop in, loser, and we got in. So
Ilanka is stuck in the basement, and the starving lady is down there, and she only has
just went out.
So many matches. So
that's my thing for this one so far, 3 episodes in. I am thoroughly enjoying watching something that is on my level, that is entertaining me and keep me. But I don't think it's going to be threatening Hill House or Midnight Mass.
No, I don't think so either.
For the top, but that's fine.
Yeah. No, I think it's fine.
I enjoy a solid good.
Yeah.
So, and I have caught a little bit wise to some of Mike Flanagan's devices.
The minute that we see Kate Siegel staring into the middle distance.
Apparently, her, Carla, and Raul have cameos.
In this, yes.
Yes. But one of them, they were like, think Carla's cameo in Midnight Mass, which was
almost
the unseen judge.
Yeah.
So
that's probably Kate, if I had to guess.
The unseen what?
Kate will be the Carla one.
So. All right, we're gonna watch episode 4.
Bye.